fellow gypsies and spiritual wanderers. Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Whispers from the Gypsy Caravan. This is Mocha Gypsy and my daughter, Hello Kitty.
Hello.
Well, tonight we're going to deep dive into if Michael Jackson is still alive. And we're both fans, especially Hello Kitty. Is that right?
Yes, and I hope he is still alive, because I've got a lot of things to say.
All right, let's get right into it.
There's a crazy theory about Michael Jackson still being alive.
Huh?
There's this guy, right? His name is Dave.
Dave, okay.
Bro, I'm gonna show you a picture of him.
Okay.
People are saying he's Michael Jackson with facial reconstruction. So, as we know, Michael Jackson, he had like a vitiligo. And what happened was he was even part of a fire before where his face got burnt.
Yeah.
And then he had to get like plastic surgery.
Oh, shit.
Now, after Michael Jackson died, this guy came out. His name was Dave. And he said that he was friends with Michael Jackson. He was close to him.
Yeah.
Nobody knows where he came from. Now listen to Dave's voice. Listen to Dave's voice.
Free myself of his name and his legacy. I decided to become my own person.
Doc, that's his voice, man. It sounds like a Michael Jackson impression.
What do you call this? The high pitch?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird.
Bro, the cadence, it just sounds just like him. If you were that famous and you wanted to escape something.
Oh, how would I do it?
That's exactly how I would do it. What the hell?
That is uncanny. His voice does sound like Michael Jackson's. What do you think?
I think it does, but I don't know if Michael could get that face construction like that. But he is rich as heck, because, well, he's famous. And he still is. He still has unborn fans from when he died. Apparently died in 2009.
Did you know there's a theory that Michael Jackson faked his own death to escape a life he could no longer control? On June 25th, 2009, the world stood still. The king of pop was gone, or so they were told. But almost immediately, strange details began to surface. The ambulance that picked him up didn't match official records. The doctor who declared him dead vanished for days. And the surveillance footage from Neverland? Mysteriously missing. Those close to Michael claimed he had spoken for years about wanting to disappear. He feared for his life, not from fans, but from powerful figures and handlers, lawyers, and corporations who had turned him into a product. He was tired, over-medicated, and paranoid, but he was also a genius and a master of illusion. Some believe he planned everything. Even rehearsals for his final tour were part of the act, and the man caught on camera months later in Paris, walking with a scarf, sunglasses, and that unmistakable gait too similar to ignore. A few even claim he lives in Bahrain under a new identity, composing music in secret, watching the world remember him not as a man, but as a myth. So, did Michael Jackson really die in 2009? Or did the greatest performer of all time pull off his most brilliant? Did you know that?
Well, I could see that happening. I mean, Michael Jackson has been an entertainer since he was 5 years old. And he's never had a lick of privacy. So I get it.
Yeah, because, like, if you were Michael Jackson, if you ordered KFC as Michael Jackson, it would be on the news. It would be on every single platform. Even in my Michael Jackson dictionary, even if you ordered DoorDash, it would be on the news.
Was the mysterious person that Michael Jackson's son Prince spent time with on a yacht actually Michael Jackson in disguise? It was said that the mysterious person on the yacht was Michael's former doctor, Alamurad Farshchian. After Michael's death, Alamura began using the stage name Jack Crooner, but there were many differences between the real doctor and Jack, especially his eyes were completely different. Those eyes were Michael's eyes. In fact, Michael had given himself away by wearing a hat and a long-sleeve shirt due to his allergy to the sun in a warm environment. So, what kind of mask was the master of disguise Michael using? You can click the link in our bio to watch 13 evidences proving that Jack is Michael. If you want to follow Michael's footsteps in the third episode, don't forget to like and share our video. Those who have not watched the first episode can visit our page.
I don't know, Hello Kitty. That's very compelling because those do seem to be Michael Jackson's eyes, and they're especially dark, just like Michael Jackson's eyes.
Okay, so this involves two clips that we already watched. The one with Dave and this one. If he got plastic surgery to look like supposedly Dave, that wouldn't add up. He would have to get another plastic surgery.
It's not plastic surgery, it's disguises. The same type of masks and stuff that spies wear.
Here's something about Michael Jackson's death that I've never heard talked about. Someone posted on Wikipedia about his death with 100% accurate details hours before he died. I guess no one paid attention because they thought it was a prank, but this was literally 5 hours before he died. But then people thought this was crazy, so they tried to figure out who it was, and no one can find any information on the person that posted it. I don't know what this means, but it's a little weird. On my TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube for more content, and I mean no disrespect, this is just me discussing a theory. Okay, I don't know anything about this theory, but it's kind of funny.
The greatest pop star to ever live, Michael Jackson, is still alive, and here is the proof. June 25th, 2009, Michael Jackson was publicly announced dead after he suffered cardiac arrest when an ambulance was called to his house because he was unresponsive. He was taken away and later died at the hospital. But someone unknowingly followed that ambulance to the hospital and saw them remove a man with a black sheet over his head from the back of the ambulance to an undisclosed location. Why else would they need to hide his identity? It was confirmed by the license plate that that ambulance in that suspicious video was the same one he was taken away in. After pronounced dead, he was taken to the coroner from the hospital via helicopter, but look at his dead body under the sheet! This was the real helicopter he was taken away in, and it looks like his body is still very much moving under the sheet. His birth certificate and his death certificate have different names, as if the death certificate was just made to show the public. People question why his funeral was closed casket if there was nothing wrong with his appearance. His casket's now surrounded by cement. Some say so no fans dig up the body. Others say because there's no body in there at all, and they want to make it impossible to find that out. Some say he attended his own funeral because Janet Jackson is looking right at this person who looks just like Michael. Before I show the most crazy piece of recent evidence, make sure you follow so you finally know the craziest conspiracy theories about each of these celebrities and request who you want to see next. In 2016, there were news stories going around that he was alive because the features of his face were seen in the background of a car selfie from his own daughter Paris that he thought he was hidden in. But he wasn't. You can see the features and it got people theorizing.
Okay, Hello Kitty, I'm starting to be convinced. I'm starting to think he is alive.
He is! He better be! He better be! He better be! By the way, I'm afraid of the top of Canada.
Listen to what Michael's sister Latoya has to say about his death.
How do you think he died? You've been quoted as saying you believe it may have been murder. Do you still think that?
Absolutely.
Why are you so sure?
I would never, ever think differently. Because first of all, Michael told me that they were going to murder him. He was afraid. He was afraid for his life. The people that were involved in his life, the people that were controlling him. This book, Starting Over, is about my life, and it's about Michael's life. It's the parallel between the two of our lives. We share that same life where people come into your life, wiggle their way in, control you, manipulate, control your funds, your finances, everything that you have, and you must do what they tell you to do. And that's what Michael was going through. And he knew that everything that was happening to him was not kosher, it wasn't right, and it disturbed him greatly. And he kept saying it over and over and over again. Yes, Dr. Murray was the fall guy, but it's more to it than just that. He named names. He told me people. He told me to be careful of this one and that one.
Yeah, that was another aspect to this whole thing. Michael Jackson was a threat to the system, so I could see a lot of people wanted him gone, and he knew that and would want to protect himself before his enemies got to him.
Yeah. Because you remember that song, They Don't Care About Us? I think that's like when they really wanted him gone.
I think you're right, Hello Kitty.
So you've seen those videos speculating that Michael Jackson is still alive, right? Let me tell you something pretty interesting. The musician Akon used to be good friends with Michael Jackson, and one time, Michael wanted to go to the movies with him, and he's like, bro, how am I supposed to go to the movies with Michael Jackson? He left the room 5 minutes later, came back, unrecognizable, and Akon said that this guy was a master of disguise. A lot of people think that Michael Jackson is living through this guy named Dave, who says that he was friends with Michael Jackson, and in interviews, sounds exactly like him. Dave was a burn victim, and that's what caused his injuries, but listen to this. Michael Jackson was filming a Pepsi commercial when an accident happened that caused his hair to burst into flames and left him with severe burns that messed up his hair growth on his scalp. And the burns were so bad that that's what caused him to start wearing all of his infamous wigs. So I'm just saying, him and Dave have a lot more in common than just their voices.
To his Encino house.
Can't shut me down. I have to give it up.
And I turned around, and there was Michael.
And she's an evil and ugly.
Their friendship.
Don't buy it. Don't buy into it.
It was kind of the visit to his
day job, and and they leave him at home on the computer, and they just.
We embraced, and that embrace never ended throughout our whole entire friendship.
Well, the thing about Michael Jackson's voice, he was or is such a big personality that it's very easy for people to want to speak like him and impersonate him, especially when they're in his inner circle, I would imagine. So, this Dave guy, it's not beyond the realm of possibility that he just really liked Michael and started speaking like him. So I wouldn't trust just because someone sounds like him that they would be him. You know what I mean? I rely more on the visuals, their eyes being the same, or, the way he walked and things like that. What do you think?
To be honest, I think that Dave is Michael Jackson too, because you can't get a surgery on the eyes. The eyes tell everything. But those are Michael's eyes, the sword.
A good friend of mine was living near Neverland Ranch, and every time she would drive by there, she said there was full security, like somebody was still living there. This bit of information in particular makes me think maybe he is still alive. My friend who was living near there, she said that she thinks he's still alive. Because wouldn't they open it up like a museum after he died? Why is there still full security at Neverland Ranch? So that bit of information has me questioning his death. Also, the character he played in Ghosts music video looks almost identical to his friend Dave that was a burn victim.
That is a little bit suspicious. Why didn't they turn it into like a museum like Elvis's Graceland or something and have it be like someone is still living there unless someone actually is living there?
Yeah.
But then again, he could just be hiding in plain sight.
Our dad, Michael Jackson, changed popular music forever. And who are we to disagree? But what people may not know is that he loved musicals, on film and on the stage.
Spread his message and help the world. Thank you. We love you.
Well, there is hope, but if Michael Jackson is alive, I hope he is at peace and living his best life and finally enjoying some well-earned privacy. All right, my fellow gypsies, thank you for joining us at the Caravan. Remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Meow out.